All right, Chef Becker's here from the El Mito restaurant. Sue is helping us out because you're a big fan of split pea soup.
This is going to be great. I'll learn how to make it.
It's not about me. It's about Milwaukee County Parks and Sue Black. That's what it is.
No, it's about eating.
Yeah, that's well. Let's start by first explaining the bacon I have rendered. Why am I using bacon? Because the classic split pea soup has ham hock in it.
Right.
So we want to bring those flavor profiles back to the party here. So I rendered some bacon and using the fat to start sauteing our onions. I have a little bit of butter, and butter, the difference between butter and bacon fat is that this had that nice nutty flavor, and one small square of butter, nothing else. We want to get that nutty flavor. Then we're going to add our sweet onions. The yellow onions that you buy in the supermarket are more than fine. This is all going to be natural sweetness, guys. Natural sweetness. This is nature's sweetness. We're going to saute this, and as this is sauteing, you asked a great question before. You remember?
Yeah,
Why do we call this split pea? Do you split these? I have been up since last night splitting all of these peas one at a time.
It was a serious question.
And it's a great question.
This is an actual.
This is fresh peas that we're going to be using. Once you dehydrate these and you peel them, they split. And that's why they call them split peas. So they're dehydrated. Usually.
Did you know that, Sue?
I still don't get it, but okay.
I'll be stopping at her office on Watertown Plank Road and explaining all these details.
All right.
So we're using these as a thickener. The classic split pea soup is all dry peas. I'm using fresh peas and a little bit of this to thicken the soup up.
Okay.
As this is sauteing, I'm going to add a little bit of my dry split peas, but they're not dry anymore. Why? Because they have been soaking overnight in 3-to-1 ratio of water. That's why they look so much. They were just this much, tiny little bit. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Okay.
And as this is sauteing, use a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of white pepper, not for seasoning, just to pull out the water of the onion and start the caramelization process.
What?
I don't know.
I know. Okay. That's
Sue, don't say you don't know.
Can I stir?
Of course, I hope so.
She's like, let me stir.
Well, I've always
what's
watched
this?
these cooking shows.
Sage.
I've never,
Sage and basil. Could you look at that? I mean, can anybody stir like Sue Black can? Look at that.
It's like your own cooking
Look
show.
at there.
Sue, you're doing great. Okay. Chopping up.
We're chopping some fresh herbs, sage and basil. And the ratio is about 1 pound. If you go on realmilwaukeenow.com and download the recipe, you'll see the ratio of the sage and the basil is 1 to 3, because sage is very, very potent if you use too much of it. You see now it's like somebody just slapped you with flavor in the face, you know, and you don't want to mess with Sue Black. Yeah. Holy sage! What are you talking about here? As this is sauteing, what we're going to do next, we're going to add our chicken broth. If you want to go all vegetarian, don't use the bacon, and if you're vegan, don't use the butter and use olive oil. Chicken broth to cover the ingredients. And when this comes to a boil, we're going to add the fresh peas. Why don't I add the fresh peas now? Because all the flavors are going to cook out. Those fresh peas are going to be cooked in a matter of a few minutes. So then once we blend them, you have those beautiful natural sweetness of the fresh peas. Then add a little bit of cream to blend all the flavors together. Sprinkle of Parmesan. This is what we serve at El Mito. This is what I call it free split pea soup, because when you come to lunch, you choose your soup or salad that you have with your lunch at El Mito. This is the soup that we're going to be serving for this week.
So that's going to keep cooking.
That's going to keep cooking.
Do you have some that you already made, like how they always pull it out of the thing? And
now,
with me, I am magical. I'm going to have this ready for you by the time you come back. Next segment.
You got to wait till the end of the show.
You sure?
Yeah.
Of course.
I thought it took forever to make this soup. Like you had to make it overnight or
Sue's like,
something.
I don't know about
Sue has never cooked with me before, ladies and gentlemen. Send her an email, will you? See you in a minute.
Keep her in the park.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, stay in the park.
See you guys.